What if everything you know about history is wrong? What if the history you've been taught for years was manipulated, hidden, or even erased? Imagine a world where your entire understanding of the past is built on false assumptions and covered truths. Today, I'll show you the dark side of human history, the secrets they don't want you to uncover. What was hidden for centuries may change the way you see the world forever. Stay tuned. History has always been taught as a straightforward narrative. But have you ever stopped to ask, who wrote this history? Who decided what we would learn? And more importantly, who decided what we wouldn't? The history books we read today are not just records of the past, but carefully curated stories shaped by those who had the power to control knowledge. From ancient civilizations to the rise of modern empires, certain truths have been intentionally hidden. The real question is, what did they want to keep from us? And why? Today, we will delve into the secrets of human history, ancient knowledge that has been erased, manipulated, and rewritten. We'll explore how those in power used history as a tool of control and why they needed to hide these truths. The past, as you'll see, is not as it seems. Ancient civilizations such as Egypt, Sumer, and the Indus Valley were far more advanced than we often give them credit for. We tend to view these civilizations as primitive compared to modern societies. But this view is based on a lack of understanding, a distortion created by those who followed them. From the Great Pyramids of Egypt to the advanced cities of Mesopotamia, these civilizations had knowledge and technologies that were far ahead of their time. But much of this knowledge has been lost, not due to natural disasters or war, but due to deliberate efforts to suppress it. Why? Because the knowledge these ancient civilizations possessed didn't fit the new narrative being constructed by those in power. After the fall of the ancient world, knowledge was suppressed and erased from public view. Let's talk about the Library of Alexandria, for instance. One of the most famous libraries of the ancient world. It was home to thousands of scrolls and manuscripts containing knowledge from every corner of the known world. Yet, this treasure trove of wisdom was burned to the ground. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't just a loss to time. It was a deliberate act to erase the collective memory of humanity. What was in those books? What knowledge was wiped out? It's impossible to know for sure, but what we do know is that the loss of the library represents the loss of an untold number of scientific, philosophical, and historical documents. Fast forward to the medieval period, and the Vatican becomes the central power in Europe. With the fall of Rome, the Church didn't just take over religious affairs, it also took control of knowledge. It became the sole gatekeeper of education, science, and history. And what did the Vatican do with this power? It shaped history according to its own narrative, suppressing and hiding truths that didn't align with its religious doctrine. At the heart of this control were the Vatican's secret archives, which had been shrouded in mystery for centuries. The Church didn't just preserve religious texts. It preserved the ability to control what people could know and what was hidden from them. Ancient texts that contradicted Church teachings were kept out of public sight. Knowledge that challenged the Church's authority was destroyed or buried deep within the vaults of the Vatican. The Church didn't just control religious teachings, it controlled all knowledge. By controlling the flow of information, the Vatican shaped the narrative of history, ensuring that certain truths remained hidden. But what exactly is buried in those secret archives? Manuscripts that could challenge everything we think we know about the past. Maps that depict places that hadn't been discovered yet. Scientific documents that suggest a level of technological sophistication centuries ahead of their time. Why were these hidden? Because they would have shattered the Vatican's monopoly on truth. Now, let's talk about one of the most controversial theories about history, the phantom time hypothesis. This theory suggests that nearly 300 years of history, from 614 to 911 AD, never actually happened. That's right, 300 years of events, people, and history might have been fabricated. Why would anyone want to invent history? The answer is simple. Control. If you can control the timeline, you can control the past. And by controlling the past, you control the future. The phantom time hypothesis suggests that there is little to no reliable evidence for the events that supposedly took place during these 300 years. When modern astronomers cross-reference ancient records, they find discrepancies that don't align with the accepted timeline. Eclipses and planetary cycles don't match up. Why? And even more disturbing, certain historical figures appear to be copies of earlier rulers, with the same behaviors, accomplishments, and even names. Could these be nothing more than carefully constructed versions of earlier historical events? What if the entire Middle Ages were just a fabricated stretch of time? Throughout history, secret societies have always played a crucial role in preserving knowledge. From the Freemasons to the Rosicrucians, these societies were formed to protect the knowledge that the mainstream world couldn't or wouldn't acknowledge. These secret societies didn't want to overthrow the powers of their time. They simply wanted to keep knowledge alive. While the church controlled what the public could know, these groups created underground networks of wisdom. They encoded ancient knowledge in symbols and passed it down through secretive means. And many of the symbols we associate with these societies, such as the compass and square, were not just tools, but keys to unlocking forgotten truths. Many of these societies also acted as protectors of ancient manuscripts and ideas that were being suppressed by the Vatican. They understood the importance of keeping certain knowledge alive, even if it meant doing so in secrecy. The Freemasons, for example, were known for their craftsmanship and architectural knowledge. But they also carried with them the secrets of the ancients, secrets that could challenge everything we thought we knew about our history. When we think of the Renaissance, we often imagine it as a period of great intellectual and artistic rebirth. But was it truly a rebirth? Or was it simply a carefully orchestrated release of information that had been hidden away for centuries? Many of the scientific, artistic, and philosophical breakthroughs of the Renaissance had already been discovered long before. The works of Aristotle, Plato, and other ancient thinkers had been preserved by the Church, but not widely disseminated. During the Renaissance, however, this knowledge was selectively released to the public, and the Church made sure that only certain aspects of it were revealed. While Leonardo da Vinci and Galileo Galilei are celebrated as great thinkers of their time, they were not the first to explore these ideas. The knowledge they built upon had existed in ancient civilizations, but was kept out of the public's view for centuries. The Church released this knowledge in a controlled manner, ensuring that it fit within the boundaries of accepted doctrine. So, was the Renaissance truly a rebirth, or was it the Church carefully curating knowledge for its own purposes? The truth is, we may never fully uncover all the secrets that have been hidden from us. The forces that have shaped our understanding of history have done so with great care, and they are not about to let us easily uncover what has been concealed. But by asking the right questions, by digging deeper into the past, we can begin to uncover the truths that have been deliberately buried. The story of human history is not just about the events that took place. It's about the story that has been told. And that story has been carefully crafted to serve the interests of those in power. But the more we question, the closer we get to the truth. The more we challenge the narrative, the more we uncover about what really happened and what has been hidden from us. If you're ready to challenge everything you've been taught, to question the history you've accepted, and to uncover the truths that have been buried, hit that subscribe button. Share this video and let others know the truth is out there, waiting to be uncovered. Together, we can rewrite history